My ear on. Hey, y'all. Listen, y'all know this your girl Jackie with a Q, the travel junkie. Let me see if this is working. So I just bought a charger because I couldn't find my other charger. Is it working? I don't know. Child. But anyway, hey y'all. So listen here. I'm going to Chicago to celebrate Juneteenth. Going to Chicago to celebrate Juneteenth and partaking in the festivities. Now, I'm excited about it because Chicago is probably the blackest city we got, the biggest blackest city, especially on the East Coast, right? Midwest, whatever, wherever we at. So I'm excited about that. Now the traffic has started because it was under 2 hours. Now it's 2 hours and 22 minutes. So I'm gonna talk to y'all for a little while about what I'm talking about, right? And I don't know what that is. I'm just gonna be talking. Hold on, my thing ain't saying nothing. My GPS. Yeah. So sound, okay. You know, it's the weirdest thing, y'all. Okay, it's gone. So it should be talking. But yeah, okay. So I'm excited. My first stop when I get there, because I haven't eaten. Oh, there you go. Onto US 33 North. Is to go to Uncle Remus. Now y'all know that I went to Harold's the other day. Uncle Remus, they say, is in competition with Harold's. I enjoyed Harold's because it reminds me of a restaurant we had back in the day in Cleveland on 105 called Abbott's, right? Good sauce, chicken wings was crispy, delicious, right? I don't like soggy wings. I don't like wings with a whole bunch of batter. And so Harold's wings were really good, right? So now I'm going to Harold's. Now my son said he liked Harold's. I mean, not Harold's. Uncle Remus better. Now I don't quite like the name, but okay. But going to Uncle Remus. Now, at Harold's, they have lemon pepper. I'm not really fond of lemon pepper, I don't think. I just like regular old wings, deep fried hard, right? So, oh, we going this way. Okay. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Can you go that way? That's what I'm doing. I'm going to Uncle Remus first, because it'll be their hour behind, so it's 11 here, so it's really 10:15. So, did I go the wrong way? Oh, no, I didn't go the wrong way. So, when I get there, it'll be lunchtime. They open up at 11:30. I'll be there about 12:15. I'll eat me something really good, and I'll go on to my next stop, which is going to be the Dusabo African American Museum that has a lot of events and exhibits going on. And then when I get tired of that, I'll move on to the next thing, which is the block party or whatever. It's a lot of events going on. Somebody might tell me something. I'll be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go there. But I got my agenda. But I may go somewhere else. Knowing me, I probably will. And plus, it depends on the traffic, too. So, I'm excited about that. You know, this street right here need a light. There is a light, but not right here. But I need a light because I need to come on out before they come. But, yeah, so, come on! The cars is coming from the other way. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm happy to be around a sea of black folks. US 33 North for 3 miles. A sea of black folks. I want to see Black Nation. That's what I want to see, right? But I'm telling y'all, when I went the other day, I was a little sensory overload because I hadn't seen that many black people. That's a shame, man. So I'm going and enjoying myself. What y'all doing today? Who got some Juneteenth things they doing today? Yeah. And now y'all know what else too? The weather is not that hot right here. Now it's gonna be warm. It's supposed to rain in Chicago, but I don't care if it does or don't. I got an umbrella in my car and I don't care. It ain't gonna be raining inside the building about it. Now the block party, that's something different, but it ain't gonna be raining. It's supposed to rain off and on, I think, right? I don't care what it does. I don't care. Because I'm going to enjoy myself. It's better than just sitting in the house. In a non-black area, I'm I'm going to be around the black folks. I'm going to be around our cousins, y'all. So, anyway, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Enjoy myself and have a good time. Eat some good food. I'm going to eat me some like I said, I'm going to eat Uncle Remus, and then when I get hungry before I leave, I'm going to find me a soul food spot. Hopefully one I can sit down at, enjoy the food, and then get back on the road. Boom, boom, bam. That's it, that's all. That's what I'm going to do. Just enjoy myself and have a good time. Listen, you only live one time, right? You live once. Now, if you live another time, I don't know nothing about it. Ain't nobody came back and told me, hey, this is my second go-round. So I'm going to enjoy myself. And I do a lot of things that, I'm an outside-the-box kind of person. I'm unorthodox. And I do a lot of things my way, right? However I feel like doing it. Some people do what they can. Some people do what they won't. I do what I want. The right way, right? It used to be a time I do it the wrong way. So, you know, I'm in a small area, you know, and a small city. And there's nothing to do, right? So this is what I've made up my mind. I've made up my mind last night. I'm going to start going to church in Chicago. Now, my daughter-in-law was like, huh? You going to go to Chicago? Yes, I am. I ain't doing nothing else. That'll give me something to look forward to. Hour and a half drive, hour and 40-minute drive. Yes, I am. Absolutely. I'm going to go to Chicago, go to some of these big churches. Because I probably won't be back up this way no more. Once I leave and go to Texas, I probably won't come back up here, right? So I'm going to church on Sundays. Y'all know I love church. And for those y'all that don't know, now you know. And so I ain't doing nothing else. Right? So I can take an hour, 45-minute, 2-hour trip once a week. That's what you call for, ain't it? And again, you only live once. And so there's a lot of churches in Chicago. And I still, since I left Cleveland, have not found me a church that I really, really like. I found one in Atlanta I liked, but it was kind of far. It was in Powder Springs. But yeah, so I'm going to start going. I did my research and I'm going. And let me tell y'all how God worked. The church, I went to TikTok first. This is how I find a church, right? I will ask people around, then I'll YouTube it. You know, I go on their website. If they don't have a website, I ain't really going to them. Because y'all clearly is behind. And I don't want to walk into something. I don't know what's going on. So, but last night I went on TikTok and said to me, Black Baptist churches in Chicago. The first one came up is a church that his father has a historic church in Cleveland, Otis Moss, right? I was like, oh, I forgot that. First one come up. Now I know all the churches, that one came up, right? That's how God worked. The next one that came up was called Fellowship. And I was looking at the guy, I was like, I just seen him somewhere. Where did I see him at? I remember that he spoke and did quite well and brought his musicians with him. He spoke at the church I would visit sometime in Charlotte right before I left. I was like, look at God. Now, how that happened that them two people come up that I'm already familiar with? So, found me a church and I'll be going. And then what I do is just go to church and then go somewhere and eat. You know how black folks is, especially Baptist folks, we go to eat after church. I'm going to ask around and say, hey, where y'all going to eat? I'm going to go and network with people, fellowship. That's what I'm going to do, right? I ain't doing nothing else. You know what I'm saying? I don't know anybody but my, my family, right? My daughter-in-law, my son, and my grandbaby here. So that's it. I'm going to enjoy myself. That's what I'm going to do. And I love church, so that's what I'm going to do. If that's give me something to do, instead of sitting around, you know, I meet people who, guys, this is,
Turn left onto the US 20 West ramp.
Part of the reason why I'm single, because they just sitting around waiting to die. They ain't doing nothing. Don't want to do nothing. A lot of them ain't did nothing. Don't care to do nothing. I had a guy tell me one time, and I had a couple guys tell me that was interested in me. I was like, well, what's your dreams? What's your goals? What you want to do? I had some Negroes tell me, yeah, girl, I'm 55. Ain't nobody dreaming no more. Huh? So it's over? You ain't thinking about nothing? You don't want to do nothing? I done met some guys that ain't never left the little city they was in when I was in Atlanta. They ain't, you know, they might have lived outside Atlanta, you know, in the little city. They ain't never left. They ain't never left. Never left, I say. So every chance I get, I'm going to be doing something as long as I got the money. Now, I ain't got no money. I ain't got no job or nothing. But every chance I get, I'm going somewhere. On July for the holiday, I'm going to New Orleans, right? Going to New Orleans to the Essence Fest. I've been dying to get to the Essence Fest, just like I've been dying to get to the Time Joyner show. Time Joyner got old and got in a wheelchair, but he's still having the thing. I want to go to that hopefully next year, right? Soul Train used to have a cruise too. I don't know if they still have it. But there's things that I wanted to do, you know, when I had kids and maybe couldn't afford it, or when I was working at night and didn't have the time, but I'm doing it all. I'm doing it all that I could afford to do. I'm doing it all. I'm doing it all. I'm doing exactly what it is I want to do, and I want to have fun. I want to enjoy myself. I want to laugh. I want to giggle. I'm a sociable person, and I like talking to folks. I don't care who you is. I like talking to people, especially us, especially our cousins. I like talking to us, right? So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I know it's early and nobody's here, but I don't care. You'll see it later, right? You'll see it later. Because I don't know how to send out the notices. You know, I hear people say, I sent out some, I don't know how to do that. I don't know if that's just a saying or you know, I don't know. So YouTube, you see when you see. Watch the replay and know what it is, right? Now, I ain't going to talk for a long, long time because I need to pay attention. But I got 22 miles right here, then I'll probably cut it off. You know. Again, what y'all doing on this Juneteenth? What y'all eating on? You know, I found out yesterday in my research on Juneteenth, because for me, Juneteenth is relatively new. As I was doing the research on it, they were saying, like, it became legal, I think, in 2022. And maybe we didn't know about it till 2020. I don't know. But anyway, it means emancipation from slavery, right? But we drink red and eat red, and that's for the blood that was shed during slavery and our resilience. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So now y'all know it. I don't know what I'm gonna eat bread. You know, some hot sauce on my chicken wings. That's what I'm gonna do. Some hot sauce on my chicken wings. Now, if somebody has some Kool-Aid, I might drink that. They ain't had no Kool-Aid in a long time. But so yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And see this. I have to say this about Indiana. They got a highway. I told y'all this before. They got a highway, but it ain't really a highway because you get stoplights. So you ain't got to go 100 miles an hour if you don't want to. And I like that because I like a pleasant, peaceful ride. I don't want to have to be in Atlanta. You got to look all around and you be look back there and you don't see nothing. Next thing you know, somebody damn near hit you, right? Charlotte can be like that too at times during rush hour. So I like peaceful rides on the highway. That's what I like. Peaceful. I don't want to have to be all tense and anxious and studying real hard and paying attention real closely. You know, you got to pay attention anyway, but I'm talking about just got to drive for other people. And it's only 2 lanes. See, when you're in the other cities, it's 3, 4, 5 lanes, right? And Atlanta is the worst because you think you're in the right lane to get off on your exit. You get over there and you still got 2 more lanes to go. You're like, what? Huh? Where'd that come from? So I like this. I like this. I like this pace right here. I like this pace right here. So, yeah. So anyway, I'm going to having a good time. I'm going to be going live periodically. I got me a charger. I don't know if this charger halfway works. I don't even know. I don't believe it do. I don't know why car chargers have such a... Because I had a car charger, I couldn't find it. I put it up. But I just bought one for safety. I got my other charger with me, so if I get somewhere, I can plug it up, maybe in a museum or something. Because I need all my juice. Because when you record and stuff and go live, it sucks up all your juice. So, yeah. So anyway, guys, what else going on? What else going on? I can't wait to get to the Uncle Remus. I know that. I can't wait to get to the Uncle Remus. Y'all know, let me tell y'all something. I don't want to put it on a bad note, but I watched the video. I watched a piece of the video of the guy who unalived his girlfriend and himself because they was arguing on Facebook Live, and then I guess she cheated or something like that. Listen, y'all, it ain't never that serious that you got to unalive you and the other person. It's never that serious. Just go about your business. I know mental health is real. Go to church. Go get you a therapist. You know, I'm old school. I'm gonna tell you, go to church, give it to God, right? It is never that serious, and it's too many, especially in Cleveland. I don't know about other places. It's too many men, black men, unaliving black women because somebody don't like you no more. That is the stupidest thing ever. Why do you want to be with somebody that don't like you? Why do you got to leave this earth and in your life because somebody don't like you and don't want you no more? Just think about that. That just sounds stupid, don't it? Now rest in peace to them, and my condolences to the families. No disrespect, but that's stupid, right? And then I seen the video. I didn't watch it all because I was not in the space for it. Of his brother. His brother was crying or something, you know, on live. Like, instead of taking it to social media, take it to God. That's what you do. Take it to God. We done all been hurt before, you know, and it's a feeling. You ain't got no medicine for it. I think I only had a heartbreak once. But I remember when, as it was happening, I was like, I ain't got no medicine. What is this called? Do I go to the doctor and tell him what? I ain't got no medicine for that. You just got to go through it. And in order to go through it, you need some assistance. And that's going to be the Holy Spirit. You need God to wrap his arms around you and comfort you, right? So it ain't never that serious. Well, I'm going to end my life. That man was 27 years old. 27, you ain't even living. You don't even know what's happening. There's too much of that tragic, too many of those tragic situations happening because somebody don't want you. Love, first of all, you got to love yourself. And if you love yourself, you wouldn't think like that. You got to love yourself. I love me. I don't give a who don't like me and who don't love me. I love me, and that is enough for me. Okay? That is enough for me. I love me, right? Everything about me. You know, I love it because I'm an individual. So, and I don't care who else don't, right? And if I was with a guy and he didn't like me, yeah, it's gonna hurt a little bit. Might hurt your ego, might hurt your pride. I ain't gonna unalive myself about it. You know, I'm just going to find the next one. But let me tell you something. What a guy told me years ago, and I've lived with this motto. He used to say, a woman like a bus, there's another one coming. I feel the same way. Now, it might not come as fast, it might be a little slow, but it's another one coming, right? So, especially when you're in your 20s, this is like this. The older you get, the slower it becomes to find somebody you really like, because you know who you are, you know what you want. When you're young, every 5 minutes is one, right? So, y'all out there having some issues because somebody don't like you, somebody don't want you, stop that. Stop that. I don't, you know, I can only speak up from the black experience, right? And I know when I was younger, I had guys that would stalk me and, you know, do all them kind of crazy things, right? But I think it's also in the picking, right? Sometimes you shop wrong. When you shop wrong, that's what happens, right? But when you're young, you don't really know no better. All you know is I like him, he like me, he cute, and let's go, right? But you other qualities you gotta look for in somebody. And then you gotta pay attention to your partner, because sometimes people will just change. And when they start changing, you need to start having community. You need to start talking about it, right? And if you need to end it, end it. Nobody wants to be hurt. Nobody wants to feel their feelings. But if they ain't treating you the way you need to be treated, go on about your business, because life is short. Again, go on about your business, right? And it's find that somebody that's gonna treat you right, or continue to treat yourself right. Like the things I do for myself, yes, I would like a man to do them, but if he don't, I'm gonna handle my business, right? I'm gonna handle my business. So if you working on you and loving on you, then you won't have time. Yeah, you're gonna cry because it's human nature to be sad and your feelings hurt and your ego bruised because so-and-so said he didn't want you, right? But that's life. You know what I'm saying? It's ups and it's downs, right? I just believe in don't let nobody mistreat you, period, right? And if you feel you need to cheat, go on about your business. That's how I feel. You know, I'm still struggling with the narrative of all black men cheat.
Road ahead.
I don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe that, you know. But I'm thinking it's the majority of them do, right? Or have, and you know, I think they have to rehabilitate themselves, and then they don't do it no more. Because they don't miss you until you're gone. They don't realize what they got until you're gone. I don't see no object. No, it's not there. So, you know, that's how that works. But yeah, you have to love yourself, right? And you know, when I think back on it, right, you have to love yourself, because when you don't, that's when all kind of, you allow people to do, your person you with, to do all kind of things to you, right? Because you don't love yourself, and you're so worried about losing them. Not them, right? If they ain't treating you right, they ain't for you. They ain't the last one on earth. And, you know, I noticed that a lot of women don't want to be alone. I can't speak for men, but a lot of women don't want to be alone. And I get it, because it can be lonely. That's why you have to entertain yourself, such as I entertain myself, right? I can't wait to get to Texas, because there's so much going on down there, right? There's so much going on. So, you know, find you something to do. I remember my ex, I told y'all he was a narcissist, right? I remember one time I wanted to be with him. Ooh, I just love being with him. Ooh, I was crazy about him. And so, you know, he was a narcissist, so of course he loved by me and did all the things, and then he would fall back when he felt like it, right? And one time he was going to do something, he looked me dead in my face and said, find you something to do. It stung like somebody threw a brick in my head, right? Oh, okay. But see, a lot of times as a woman, when you caught up in something, you know, you like being with them. It's the, ooh, this is my baby. Ooh, what we doing today, baby? Because that's how my ex was. It was every day. It was like a holiday, right? And then when they fall back, you so used to doing what they do with them, you don't act like you don't know what to do. I remember I had to tell myself after we was not together, I felt like a housewife. I felt like one of them white housewives. I was like, what do I do now? And I had a conversation with myself, as I do. And I said, self. And I said, what? And self said, girl, you was doing stuff before you met him. What is you doing? What is you acting like you don't know what to do now that he ain't around? And I got myself together, right? Because everything, you know, I followed his lead. Everything was, you know, how he wanted to do things and this and that and that and that. And I'm calling myself trying to be the good girlfriend, a good woman, a good partner. You know, I'm giving it my all and my best, right? And he got the best Jackie anybody ever got, because I really didn't give a darn before that, right? And I'm still going to give the next person I get, we're going to get the even better version of that Jackie, right? And I'm not bitter behind it, but I learned a lot in that relationship about allowing people to do and say stuff to you. Don't do that. Just for the sake of being with them and you love them and they're going to change. Well, they ain't going to change. People change when they want to. And 9 times out of 10, however they present themselves, that's who they are. Even if it's a lie. You know, the lie don't go, the fake person don't stay around long. And even if it do stay around long, you see glimmers of who they are. Because I can remember seeing it, right? You overlook it because it's so much fun. You're doing all this, you know, shopping sprees, the little baby trips, you know, taking care of the bills. You know, I had one child left, you know, helping me with him, you know, all them things, right? You don't want all them things to go. So you just ignore the flags and the signs. You ignore it. Like, oh, it'll be all right. The first sign for me, this is why I've been single so long. The first sign of some bullshit to me, I don't fool with it. And I may keep my eye on it, but really in my mind I'd have crossed you out already. Because you're going to do something else. And they do. They do. I be telling myself, again, self, and I say whatever I think about that person. And my other self be like, no, they ain't. I be like, watch. And sure enough, they do it. But what I also learned to do, and I suggest all women do this, men too, but I suggest all women do this because we're so subject to being tricked by somebody. I always ask God, as soon as I meet a guy, to reveal what I need to see about him. And it works like magic. Within 24 to 48 hours, the veil has been lifted and I see exactly who they is. Yep. My discernment is top tier. My discernment is top tier. You have to ask God to help you when you're dating. You just can't be dating all willy-nilly like I used to. You got to ask God, is this the one? And then He's going to show you. Right? So, that's how that go. You know, so trying to unalive somebody because they don't like you, that's stupid. I'm sorry, but it is. That's stupid. And if you got some issues you can't deal with, you need to go get some help for them. But you know, in the black community, until very recently, we was told to keep our business to ourselves. Just deal with it. Pray about it. That was the solution. Pray about it. And you can still do that. But, you know, there's some other things you need to be doing. Like get away from that person, number one. And then try to get yourself together. You know. But anyway, y'all. I appreciate y'all listening to me rant and rave about things. I'm gonna go live when I get to Uncle Remus. I'm gonna go live when I get to Uncle Remus because I want everybody to see the Uncle Remus food, right? I want everybody to see the Uncle Remus food. And I want y'all to get my reaction. And I'm going to give y'all my honest opinion, which is better. Which they, they probably both good. My daughter-in-law said she like Harold's better because they have lemon pepper. They really cool. It don't make no difference about lemon pepper. But she said Uncle Remus also give you a roll. Now that's a plus for me. A little piece of bread, because that's all I need with my chicken wings. I don't necessarily have to have no fries or sides. Just give me a little piece of bread. So I'm excited about that, y'all. So I'm going to pay attention now because there's more cars on the road. And I will see you guys when I get to Uncle Remus. And periodically through the day, I'm going to go live so y'all can see the festivities. And I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and pray to baby Jesus that it don't rain. It's supposed to rain intermittently, which I don't care. Not really. I don't care. Especially when I'm at the museums and be inside. I know they got stuff all outside too, but I don't really care. So anyway, I'll see you guys. And I'm getting ready to pay attention. Check back with you later. When I do that, I call myself turning it off.